Hey guys, it's Tony Marino. Last week, JC Alvarado, who's selling a car right now, and I kind of started having a really good conversation about state of the market with the dealership, sales, and the different cool people we get to meet in a transaction like that. And we thought it'd be fun where our fans and our viewers saw different weeks, different people in my office with me and talking about what we see in the marketplace, sharing it with you so you have more knowledge when you go for a transaction. And again, whether you buy from us, which we really hope you do, or you buy from another dealership, at least you're armed with some ammunition when you go into a dealership so you can make right buying decisions and give you some insights what we see on our side. So today is Kenny Sher. Ken, how long have you been with the team?
I've been here a little over 10 years now.
10 years, yep. And Kenny's been in construction prior to that, and Kenny's been a sales professional and one of our leading sales guys the entire tenure of his time with us. And then Dan Liebich is our used car purchaser, wholesaler, and what's really cool about Dan, first, he's my cousin. I love him. He's a great guy, great father, great husband, but super knowledgeable and detail-oriented. So when he's going across the country and deciding what kind of cars to buy to bring to market to offer to our customer base, it's really cool to get his insight on what he really picks and chooses and why he buys things to resell to the marketplace. So I thought really good flavor for this week to see what's going on in the market today. So Ken, what are you seeing from your customer base that you work deals on every single day? Like, what are you seeing in the market today?
I kind of feel like since the COVID era, everybody was expecting all these payments and everything to stay the same. So now when you're coming towards the end of your lease, when you had a $500 payment, now payments are $700. People are a little bit, on the edge about, wow, hold on, I don't think this is the right move. But feel like that's with anything, eggs, milk, anything. You go to the store, it was all cheaper then than it is now. So you just got to kind of adapt. But I feel like it's just going to be the new normal when rates start going down and things start changing. We kind of match the homeowners market for the most part. So when that starts moving in our direction, it'll be good for us. But
I think that was a functionality of inflation with all interest rates kind of creeping up. And when you go to release a vehicle, that impacts it greatly, especially on a lease because it's such a shorter term. And then with the car prices actually going up, especially in the Stellantis case, right? That's been well documented. Pricing going up, but they've actually course corrected quite a bit. I give them credit on either cutting MSRPs or adding rebates, and now they're trying to really go after their loyal customer base, especially in the Jeep sector and the Ram sector with owner loyalty, which just came out. So, I think they'll really see owner loyalty, lease loyalty, those people come back into the fold. So I think it'll really offer, especially with Kenny selling on an average of about 25, 30 cars a month, that'll really help your customer base. What would you really tell people if you can't afford to release, which is cool, we don't want people to be in a bad situation, buy out their lease, what would you say to do?
I'd be honest with you, in the last 6 months, that's kind of been the go-to is people buying out their lease. It's favorable just for the time being, hey, for a year and a half down the road, things are a little bit different, maybe trade it in and release or buy. But right now, I definitely think buying out the leases has been the popular thing to go to now.
And we also offer, you turn in your lease and then you get something else, either if you buy a certified pre-owned, which is really a good option as well, and making sure you have a warranty so your car's covered, which is a good segue, unintended, but of buying cars and certifying them and making sure they're available for them. I mean, Dan, are you seeing prices stabilize in the wholesale market? What are you seeing out there?
Typically this time of year, we always kind of go through this little lull, probably dependent on the weather a little bit, but very, very soon they will start to take back off. It's like clockwork, that always happens.
So we get to have a lot of candid conversations because we're family, but around this time as an owner and having everything on the line, I'm always nervous about investing, but Dan's constant, which is really fun to see you really hold the line, is this is when we buy because then we can offer the cars less expensive than the marketplace. And we've been doing this together for 16 years going now. So right around February 6th, I get nervous, and then Dan's a calming voice, whether it's text or calls, and always buy, especially sports cars. Buy them now when it's freezing cold. Other stores, manufacturers, they want to get rid of them. So we'll start to ramp up our sports cars offering. So for the spring market, it's really fun and good. But again, I mean, what's like the funnest part of what you get to do aside from traveling to go see different marketplaces? What do you think is like the coolest thing that people may not know or even understand?
It's pretty fun and enjoyable to me to meet other people who do what I do also across the country, and just to kind of get their perspective of what's going on in their market and their little world, and just I use a lot of that information for myself to bring it here to the store.
Yeah.
And it's just there's a lot of good people that are in this business. It's just you gotta seek them out.
Yeah. What do you think, Ken? Like, now you deal with the good, the bad, the ugly, right, in the marketplace, and what's like your interaction on a daily basis? Dan doesn't really get it so much on the retail transactional side of it. What's like something that you really turn to, and why is your customer base so loyal to you?
You know what? I think it's really simple. I sell an experience before I sell a car, and there's so much bad information that just gets spilled out there, and
everybody says that though. So what? Come on,
I mean, here, as far as like selling a car, people love the fact that I'm a huge advocate. You need an oil change. I'll go pick up your car, leave you a loaner car, bring it back. I mean, nobody wants to sit at a dealership for hours, come to the city.
No.
So it just makes it a little bit easier. I provide that experience where, you come in, you feel like your family. It's just really easy. We got a great place here. I mean, you built a phenomenal place where it's clean. It feels good. Everybody's always laughing, and it's like, you don't find that everywhere. I mean, it's pretty special, and it's cool. I like that. And people feed off that. Your customers love seeing that. So that's really what it comes down to.
As we're sitting here, I hear Jimmy Buffett playing in the background out in the showroom. So I agree with you. It is a cool experience. It's a good vibe, good treatment of people. And, the golden rule, right, too, is just do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Do the best of your ability that you can actually hold up to the level of circumstance and the promise. You don't want to over-promise and under-deliver. You always want to give that really good experience. So
I don't want to just sell you one car, though. I want to sell you multiple.
Right.
I want you to say, hey, I had a great experience.
Yeah.
Somebody refers you, and now you got a huge referral base, and that's what you kind of strive for. Being in the business for 10 plus years now, having that is really nice. You come in, and people are like, hey, I'm going to come see you today. Oh, okay, great. It's awesome to have that type of feel, and people trust you, so it's nice,
I do. I ask you every day, you specifically, like, hey, what do you have going? Because it's not bugging you or micromanaging you, but I'm always excited to hear, okay, I have 2 appointments, 3, maybe 1 or 2 of them show up or whatever, all 3 of them show up at the same time, which is always funny because it seems to happen to you.
All the time.
And, you manage it pretty well and keep it on an even keel. So Kenny, Kenny's got a family and good husband and always with his kids too. It's interesting, like this store, this little store, right? We're a little store, but everybody, and we started working together, and obviously I've known you since you were born, but we started working together and we weren't married, you know what I mean? So it's cool, the progressions. I think that's part of, you touched on a little bit, but always separates us is that we have grown together, especially this store, and even the people that had families before us, but our families know each other. It really is that type of affair at this store where it is special. It is different. You've been here for over 10 years. JC's here over 10 years. Obviously, Dan and I are here 17 years. It's just different. That's that vibe that's going on here. I think it's pretty special. So obviously I'm a little biased, but again, check us out. If you ever need a sounding board of what you're looking for, that's what our jobs are. We're professionals in this industry. We're always here. We're available, and Kenny's a great person to rely on, myself. And if you're ever interested in getting your car appraised, so Dan's here. So check us out. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.